Hi everyone, this is a quick video about how to look great on Zoom in just 5 minutes because those first impressions count. So let's get going. Number one, lighting. It's simple. It's incredibly important and it can be very cheap. I mean, daylight, it's free. But if you haven't got daylight or you don't have windows, you can get things like this. This is a simple ring light that clips over your mobile phone and it will illuminate your face in a pretty good way. Okay, so here's a diagram of if you want to go for a better lighting setup, whether it's windows or lights. This is a good layout. It will make a massive difference. Costs anything from a few pounds to thousands of pounds. And if you wear glasses, top tip, have the lighting higher than you. So when it looks down, the reflection goes away from the from the screen rather than into the camera. Number two, sound. You've got inbuilt sound on your phone, your laptop, your desktop, but you can buy a cheap lavalier mic or you could buy a dedicated mic like one of these. But make sure you select the source in Zoom. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, here's me wearing a lavalier mic. And if you click on the bottom left, so when you see that little microphone thing, there's a little up arrow. It brings up a menu. Make sure you select which microphone you want to use for that particular Zoom call. Okay, so you've gone to the expense of getting a mic. Make sure you select it. Next thing you can do to help deaden the sound or make the sound a little bit better. Simple one, if you've got artificial light sources, draw the curtains. It deadens the sound. More seriously, the more serious people would take action and get some sound tiles, some acoustic foam tiles. Otherwise, you could get a microphone. This is dynamic, which means it only picks up my voice from a very close range. It means it doesn't pick up ambient sounds or people bashing away on a keyboard. A condenser microphone does tend to pick those things up. So think about that one as well. Number three, camera. Do I need a super duper camera? No. Use your smartphone. It's good enough. Anything with incredibly high pixel rates means a lot of data, which means uploads on Zoom probably won't work. It won't flow. It might get, stop and it might cause problems. So think about that. Just use your phone. It's good enough. Camera position, height-wise. You don't want to look down into the camera. You don't want to look up into the camera. You want to be on a level. Why? Because you're talking to someone. Think of them as an individual. So what else? You need to look into the lens of the camera, not at yourself on the camera, thinking how good you look. Okay, imagine you're talking to a single person. Look them in the eye. And remember to select the camera as well. So on this, just like the microphone, go down to the bottom. When it start video, there's a little up arrow. You can then get a choice. So if you've got various cameras or phones or whatever plugged in, make sure you select the one that you want to use. Background, interesting one this, because people are curious about what's in someone's background when they're on video. Does it reflect your personality or do you want to be anonymous? Well, let's go through them very quickly. So here are some examples. Top left, a plain background. Just make sure you wear clothes that stand out or that you don't merge into the background, because even with good lighting it might be a problem. So that could be good, it could be bad. Top right, yeah, there's some more interest there, but just make sure you don't have photos on there that you don't want to share with the world. So it could be good, but you might be cringing about something, a book title or a photo. Bottom right, you notice there in the background there's images, photos, pictures, and they have glass frames. So just be careful again about reflections, especially if you've got someone who's behind you trying to take the mickey or do something silly. You might see a reflection of them. And then bottom left, how many times have we seen this? Someone has picked a god-awful place to do their video. It's really awful. It makes you feel like they're not professional, they haven't thought about things, and they don't really care. Do not fall into that trap, my friends. Thank you. So the other thing is anonymous. You can use in Zoom, you can do a virtual background. How do you do it? There'll be somewhere where you can get into settings, and then you can select virtual background. It defaults to none. But what you can do is there's a little plus sign that you can see there. You can add an image. I've added my logo, and then if I move myself off this screen so you can see, that's a screen grab of me talking with my logo behind. Totally anonymous, and there's me in front on the video. It's a really useful little feature. And then finally, I've gone through that in 5 minutes. But if you want to get these slides and take your time and work your way through it, then of course you can do. One of the quickest ways you can do that is open your camera. You don't need to take a photo. You just need to hover over that QR code. If you've got a QR reader on your phone, it will automatically open up or prompt you to open it up in Facebook Messenger. If you haven't got it, you can go to the App Store, get a QR code reader. It will prompt you to open it up in Facebook Messenger. You tap on that and say, yes, get started. It's from me. And then the very first thing is me saying, hi, thanks for wanting the slides. Here they are. Just click on the yes button and they get sent across to you straight away. So then you can use it, refer back to it, look at that, study those diagrams, have a look at things, think to yourself, what do I need? And I've given you a bonus there as well, which is how to connect with me, as well as my favorite equipment list and some of my software recommendations as well. So there's loads of stuff in there, microphones, lighting, stands, little tripods, all sorts of things that you can have a look at. Easy to get, from a few pounds to many hundreds of pounds. Very useful, and as I say, you can use this resource time and time again, and I hope that's been really useful, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, bye for now.